All right, happy February. So excited to be here with all of you tonight for our monthly Gather and Grow chat. We are on the heels of World Tour happening. A lot of y'all went over the past couple weeks to World Tours. Anybody go to more than one? Yeah, yeah. It was fun to be able to go to a couple of them. One because you knew what was going to happen, but you could kind of focus differently than you did the first time, right? So that's kind of a fun perk if you ever get the chance to go to two of them. It's a fun experience for sure. Um, so tonight we are going to share kind of your takeaway from World Tour and what you're going to do with that takeaway. Like, how are you going to implement? What is something you're going to implement that you learned at World Tour? And obviously, these things don't have to be a huge thing, right? They can be a very little adjustment that you're making in your business to make it a little bit better. Because that's the ultimate goal. When we go to these events, while it's fun and rah-rah and exciting, if we go home and don't change anything that we're doing or improve it, it's kind of null and void. Like, what was the point in going if we're not going to do anything differently? So tonight, hopefully, you can think about one thing, maybe pull open your notebook if you have it handy. You could run and grab it real quick. To see what you wrote down. Because a lot of times I get home and they go in the file and I don't really open it up again. But I'm hoping that we can all do a little bit better than me and we can keep it and in our forefront so that we are mindful of what we talked about and what we're wanting to accomplish in business. So I'll start with mine and we'll just go around. We're going to go just till 8:30. If we go a little bit over, that's totally fine. But if you don't want to unmute, you can put it in the chat. If you want to unmute, we'll just kind of take it as people go and we can just be kind and courteous of each other and it'll be great. So I loved the sales framework, which was kind of a big overview picture of our business, right? The prospect, share, and follow up. I just love the idea of matching a person with a product. Think about this person and what product could I share with this person that will help them in their life? It'll make their life better. And then sharing, asking them to buy the product or asking them to host so they could get it for free. Or even, have you ever thought about what I do, doing what I do? That conversation can happen with those people that you have matched a product to. And then once that nugget has dropped, the follow up, right? So I really sometimes fall short with the prospecting. I have a lot of customers, but I don't seek out new customers very well. So that's my takeaway is trying to find new customers because customers come and go, right? And customers ultimately are the people that are gonna help our business. And so that is my focus is prospecting and then sharing and following up, right? All of that whole path, but really focusing on prospecting and getting new customers. So thinking about when I share products that I love, maybe a system that I love in the catalog, thinking of it and sharing it from someone who has maybe never seen it before or heard of it before, right? Because like changing wax, it's like great, yeah, like for your current customers, yeah, your current customers like seeing you change your wax, but like a new customer, well, what are you even doing? They wouldn't even know what that is. So like thinking of it through the lens of someone that has never heard of it in my social sharing. So that's my one takeaway. All right, who wants to go next?
I'll share. So I was reminded like how complicated we always make things and how simple it really is to just go back and ask people. After being in business, several years, like Lindsay, I don't prospect a lot of new customers, but that's still just as easy as it was in the beginning if I'm constantly having parties and just asking people to host a party. Parties might look different than they did 16 years ago when I joined, but when we sat and we did the booking blitz, it was crazy how fast a bunch of us got yeses. And then my wheels started turning of just the things I could do to prospect new customers within that and how easy it really is. You just have to actually do it still instead of getting caught up in the it's so hard, it's so different. I've been in here too long and constantly trying to rethink and recreate the wheel, but just going back to the basics and the simplified still works.
We just make things so complicated, I think, right? Like we think, oh, it has to be this grand thing, it has to be this like bigger thing. And it's like, no, actually our business is very, very simple. Like
Yes.
do some parties, right? Get in people's homes, invite them to your home, meet up at a park, like meet at a restaurant. Like if you don't want people in your home, there are lots of options to meet other places. So I love that. Thanks, Bree.
Okay, I'll go next.
Hey,
I actually it started during World Tour. I did the booking blitz and I got a response, and this response was something I wasn't expecting. It was a join party. So I'm actually hosting that party for her on Facebook on Friday at 7. So that party I will be flipping to her as her join launch party.
love that. Have you ever done that before?
No, so this is going to be a new experience because most of everybody they normally just message me and they're like, "Hey, I want to join under you." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, that'll be so fun. It'll be great. You'll have to report maybe next month in the chat and let us know how it went. So excited.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right. Who else wants to share?
Lindsay, I'll go next. And it's Stephanie. I'm driving, so I can't see y'all or anything. But anyway, I think I walked away with the simplify. I think is something that we've got to get back to the basics. And I loved. This was a very energizing world tour for me. Super, super exciting. But I have to tell you, my aha moment came when they were talking about asking. You've got to ask and you can't just assume. And at the world tour we were at, the person who was telling this story basically said, I've got this girl here, her daughter lives near us, and I just assumed that she probably has a consultant. And I'm telling your story, Lindsay, because it was you and it was Marlo. Marlo works at Scentsy. Every employee of Scentsy has to have their own consultant. They don't get to buy it at Scentsy. And when Marlo said no one had ever asked her before, that was just like a wow.
Right?
And I was blown away. And you are the one that asked.
Yeah. So I'm going up to Idaho for Superstar Director Summit in April. And Marlo and I were chatting, and her daughter lives in not far from where I'm at. So I was like, hey, do you think your daughter would do a Scentsy party? And she's like, oh, I'm sure she would. Let me ask her. She knows lots of people in the area, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, do you want to do a Scentsy party, Marlo? Like, have you ever done one before? And she was like, you're actually the first person that has ever asked me. And I was like, wow. So that was kind of cool. So I'm working on pinning down that day with her. She hasn't responded yet. So we'll see how that goes. All right, who's next?
I'll jump in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So my biggest takeaway was something so simple, and I'm like, I didn't realize how simple it was. The gal that spoke said, invite someone every day, one person a day. And if that's all you do, then by the end of the month, you've asked 30 people, because we all know it's a numbers game. So instead of just sitting down having this mass text, ask just one person a day, and that's it. I'm like, okay, that's way less daunting, and I can totally do that, and I love that idea. So totally implementing that. And then one other thing, and I don't remember if this was in San Antonio or Lexington, but I wrote it down here, and I wrote, it was when they were talking about pick a product and then, kind of find how you would share that with people. There's notes everywhere, but I wrote down search Potter on Facebook, filter to friends. So what that meant was go on Facebook, in the search bar on top, you type Harry Potter, search, click on posts, and then you can filter it. There's like 3 little lines, like on the top corner somewhere, and you can filter it to friends only, like friends posts, and find out every one of your friends who posted about Harry Potter. I mean, it doesn't have to be, something Potter or Disney or whatever. It could be anything. It could be, messy kids, or what have you. But I'm like, wow, that's a great way to really kind of filter it down instead of page by page going through or posting, who's a Potter fan, trying to get those engaging posts so that people get tired of seeing. That's a really easy way to filter it and get direct. So I kind of like that.
That's like very specific target marketing, right? You're
For
picking
sure.
a product and you're discovering who likes that product line, right? I love that, Connie. That's super, super. I'm gonna write that one down. So
And I'm super stoked about the Honeydukes collection, because I have 2 Honeydukes lounge flies hanging on my wall here. I got the Honeydukes Lego set. I'm ready.
I love it. All right, who wants to share next?
I'll go. I dropped one into the chat. Being one of the freshmen in our team just since August, one thing I learned that I need a lot of schooling on are the reports that are out there. So to be able to go into the reports, the sales report, and see the folks who have ordered something that is being discontinued, and being able to reach out to them directly saying, hey, did you know that this, and this is being retired at the end of this month? It's a great time to stock up on it, especially because we've got it on sale at 10% off. And I'd say nearly all of them, I haven't heard from one, but nearly all of them have placed an order. So they were like, no, we didn't know, we're upset that it's leaving, but that's okay. We'll stock up now.
Right. How many of you have used the discontinued product sales report? Okay, so there's a handful of hands. There's a lot more not hands than hands. So
well, what I learned at the World Tour was that that's not a consistent report. That is just, again, being fairly new to this, I guess it's just quarterly or seasonally when the seasons change. So you can go, and it was amazing. All the different ones that I was there. Yeah.
The month that we're in transition, that report will show up on the 1st of the month, and you'll have the month to be able to use it. So,
And it's also a great tool to use for the Always Get My Bar.
yep.
Besides we're on sale, get it on sale all the time. Get that discount and that discounted shipping rate, and get it all the time.
Yes. 100%. So George, you'll learn that when we do Bring Back My Bar, they also do a Bring Back My Bar report. That's why it's important for you to input all of the actual scents in your customer's database, like when you're ordering, so that then when those reports come, you can see who ordered the specific scents. So
I actually did that to meet the first of the 12 challenges for January. Yeah. I found that, and it's like, well, heck, this makes it a lot easier than going order by order. This is great.
Yep. Someone else was going to say something about this.
I was. Well, not only just Bring Back My Bar, but also shows the Bring Back My Buddies who, I mean, they're not up recently. So you know who voted for what buddies. So like Hamish, we all know that's coming out. You can message them, be like, hey, we see you did that. You voted for this set, whatever, Bring Back My Buddy. It's coming out on whatever date.
Yep. follow up, get that sale directly right from that list that they have.
Yep.
For-
Oh, and I'll just go now for what I've learned. This was my first ever Scentsy event. I'm new. Well, I'll have a year in May. For me, I think it was Melissa that was speaking on. I went to Detroit. And she starts small goals lead to big results. That kind of goes back to get back to the basics. Like our goals don't need to be explosive. Because even if we have these huge goals, we still have to have little goals to get them. So when you set them little goals, make sure you're grateful. Like Melissa said, tell your sponsor, hey, this is my goal. And when you hit it, let them know so they can like congratulate you. Well, what's your next goal? Kind of like a team building up your business, I guess. And also be consistent in your business. And going back to the discontinued list is funny because I just did that. I messaged this lady letting her know that a certain washer whiffs were leaving. Next thing I know, I just sent her a message. She didn't message me back, nothing. Next thing I know, I got that little text. You got a new PWS order. She ordered I think like 5 laundry bundles. So follow up. Follow up is very important.
I love that. So good. All right, who's next? Don't be shy.
I'll go. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you? Because I've been having issues.
Get it.
But I just started Scentsy in September, and I went to the Atlanta convention. And Georgia's a new state for me too. So I've moved to Georgia in August and literally decided to do Scentsy to kind of put myself in the community. So my mentors in California, where I'm previously from. So I've been, from afar watching things, but I think for me, is building my business. So I have my Instagram, I have my Facebook page. I've done a pretty good job with figuring out how my customers, what they like. So I have been doing a lot of posts based on that. But something that I have done is the this and or that. So it kind of does narrow down what people are looking for. And it kind of has helped me with when there is a sale, because the last sale we had in January, I did really well because I saw what was on it and then literally went to every single person and I got like $300 worth of sales because of those 2 people, because I knew what they were going to, what they were looking for. But for me, to get my group a little bit bigger is I've started doing a Wax Wednesday live feed. So today was actually my second one where I go live and I focus on certain wax. So today was the Mardi Gras collection. So I went through each bar, I explained that, and then I did a product highlight. So this week was the Scentsy Fresh Fabric Spray. So I talked about that and kind of went over it so that everybody knows that it's not just the wax and the warmers, there's other things with it. So then the first time I did it was right after the convention. So I went through the new scents that we got in the sample package that we got to take home. So I went over the scents, but then I talked about the swipes, the Scentsy swipes. That was my product feature. So I think every bit from that, I got pre-sales for the Scentsy swipes. And then the this or that, I posted one of the posts for the this or that on my personal page as well. And someone liked the mushroom. So I got another follow from that. So for me, I'm kind of honing in those little things, bring a person in, and if you do, and they order something, I'll send something special for you. And some kind of like a little rewards program to try to get people, because I am getting people referring, but they're not getting the orders. So how can I get a little bit more of an incentive to my people that are staying loyal to me as well? So I'm trying to start those little things to just kind of grow my business more. I got magnet business cards so people can put them on the refrigerator and it's like an constant thing. So I'm trying to do things like that to kind of become more engaged in my page. And then I do my normal posts, but it's more focused on what people are going to like and how they're liking it. And then following up on that too has been something that I've been really trying to hone into. I sometimes forget about asking, do you need more wax? So simple things that we focus on the bigger picture and forget the small things. So it's really just kind of bringing that circle back together.
100%. So I saw a lady that I follow on Instagram. She was making swipe samples. So she was taking 2 Scentsy swipes and putting them in like those silverish little Ziploc baggy things with a little label on them. And I thought that's a great way to use the product that we just got for free. So, and it's a great way for customers to try something new. The tricky thing I think is going to happen is them not drying out, right? Like making sure that they get used pretty quick. So I love that. Thank you for sharing, Ashley. All right, who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, so I had a couple things that little tidbits that I took away, and some are just, in mindset, focus on what matters most. Just find new customers, and get those figure out how to increase those repeat orders, and then sponsor new teammates and repeat. I mean, it's that simple. 1, 2, 3, repeat. And then because they threw in that the numbers of new consultants joining, and it's like 19% join within 1 month of their first order, 26% join within 3 months of their first order, and confirm your speaking language is Spanish. No, I'm not speaking in Spanish. Cancel.
Don't worry about it.
And then 50% of people join within 9 months of their first order. I'm like, holy cow, why all these, these people that are ordering, why aren't we, or why am I not getting them on my team?
Yeah.
And then, and then Samantha Baker, I don't remember if it was San Antonio or Dallas. I think it was Dallas. She was talking about having the kit, your starter kit contents at your home party, and saying, that's all you need. And I was thinking too, that simplifies everything, but I'm like, how cool if you had extra space at like an event to have a table, just a little table with everything from the kit right there, with your sign, $99 for all this. How cool, I don't know that I'll have to eliminate something to make room for it, but I mean, that's kind of a cool idea to see it in person more than just a photo.
Well, and then you could have an iPad for them to join right there, right? Like,
yeah. So, I mean, that was, I got to work on that. I got to figure out something because, looking at the picture of the kit contents is not near as appealing as, seeing everything there all piled up.
for sure. Yeah. Because when they see it, they're like, wait, what? All of that? Yeah, all of that.
Because if you brought just all that to your home party too, you could say, you get everything that I brought here.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I thought those are pretty cool.
Thanks, Teresa.
Teresa, that's a great share. Like I literally just put a post-it and put $99 kit display. And you said, I don't know how you get all of it, but like maybe even if you don't,
if you just
warmer, but a warmer, right? And you could put, contents may vary, but just something like a thing and this and all that. I love. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's really
well, I got it from Samantha Baker.
Well, Teresa, I was at that I listened to Samantha Baker too, and she totally missed that but now I'm thinking that show I just set up, how can I rearrange that and find me a join table?
Right?
Love it. Thanks for sharing that because I totally missed that.
Well, and and that was like Lindsay said, going to more than one, because I just gone to the San Antonio, so I used just one notebook between the two, and so I used the second one to pick up things that I didn't pick up from the first,
Yep.
and that was
Finishing quote.
yeah, finishing quotes, snapping pictures that you missed. Yeah. So
All right, who else wants to share? This is so great. I love it.
I can go next.
Hey,
Okay, so I'm Sandy. I'm on Teresa's team. I've recently started doing samples, like a monthly sample with the flyer for the scent of the month. And so far this month, I've already sold all my bars with
wow,
just a little piece. And
that's so
that was the first time of me trying something like that new.
and it's
So
super
I'm- yeah, I didn't really invest into like the molds. I just cut little slivers with the
you have
like
to. It's a great thing. Like
you just got to get the scent under their nose, even if it's just the sticker.
yes. I
Keep
didn't do
it
well with the
simple.
sticker. I didn't do well with the sticker. I tried and no one was
Really?
biting. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, but you'll learn what your customers like, and I mean, half the time when you make the pretty ones, they break in the mail. So
Yes. Yeah. So I just cut. I think you shared the little crinkle
yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's what I've been using. Just there you go.
Hey, good job, Sandy.
yeah, thank you for sharing.
Trying new things. Don't be
Yep.
scared.
That's the trick.
Now I will say, with Sandy, with the cute little pretty ones like Teresa was talking about, I don't mail those because they do break and crumble. I just give those out at parties as like a giveaway for like when I play bingo or something like that to get my customers to smell different scents than they're used to.
That's
Because
fun.
it takes forever to make them things.
It's kind of a VIP sample, huh?
Uh-huh.
I like that. That's good. All right, who else wants to share? Denise, you want to share?
Okay, there. I was a little lost because I didn't start the meeting right on time. Are you guys talking about just in general anything we're doing for our business?
Sharing what we learned, maybe something you learned at World Tour that you're
I
gonna
didn't go this year.
didn't. Okay, well, you're learning all the things that everybody learned then.
Yeah, but I can share something I'm doing this month. My consistency is like up there big time. It's been my second month. And what I've been sharing like a lot is clearance. Um, I've been telling this constantly to my team, but like 90% of my sales, honestly, it's just been on clearance. Like I'm not even well, I am pushing the 10% off, right? But doing clearance, like, and when I get an order and I don't have that warmer, I do videos. I tell my customer, hey, I'm gonna open up your warmer just to do a video. I give her something like a little whatever I have, because you can tell when the box has been open. So I do a video and I just save all my videos, and I've been constantly taking videos, pictures, and 90% of my sales this month is all in clearance area.
I love
And
that.
I just refreshed it like 2 days ago because I think they added a few things. Like I think the soccer warmers weren't there. Some of the what else wasn't there? I think then some of the Christmas ones went up. Those were not there. And then again, some stuff's not there no more. So just pushing it, push those bunnies, that Easter bunny on the clearance area. I've been pushing that like crazy since Easter's around the corner, but push your clearance. I know it's a little numbers of PRV, but they can come a long way.
They definitely add up for sure.
Yes.
All right, who else wants to share? Marie, you want to share?
Hello. Sorry, I have connections on both both ears, I mean my phone and the computer. But what I took a lot from World Tour was the follow-up for sure, because that's something that I set like my mindset at the beginning of the year. My team I was analyzing a lot in my group, and you know, we always feel like summers are the slow months, but I'm glad World Tour was about follow-up, because I feel that if you start a good system now, the way they taught us at World Tour, the summer shouldn't be as difficult as everybody thinks it is, you know, because you're doing your follow-up very well every week, or the 1, 2, 3. I love the whole little challenge they gave us about, what was it, like meet 3 new people and follow up with a few and then sponsor. Like, if you do that now, man, our summer months is gonna be amazing. Like, but people want to do changes the day before and think that our business is gonna rock,
Right.
you know, the following day, and it doesn't work like that. I've been in Scentsy for 12 years, and for those 12 years, it does not work like that. You have to start setting yourself up for success, but months before. So once that consistency comes in 3-4 months later, man, in the summer, it's gonna be hell of awesome commissions, because they know that you're gonna follow up. Now your customers could do all their things, the summer, the vacation, this and then that, and they know that you're gonna remind them, you know. It's not their job to contact us. That was said in World Tour. It's not their job to contact us. It's our job to contact them. And don't feel like we're bothering them, because I get emails from Target and from all these stores, and it's like, oh shoot, I need to buy new underwear for my kids. Like you're just so busy, but those reminders like are amazing, you know, because that's their job. So yeah, for me, follow-up is like the number one thing I'm trying, not perfect, because we'll never perfect it, but be consistent on it, so my customers know that they got the best Scentsy lady. So that's what I took about it, and I'm glad that me and Scentsy are on the same page this season.
It makes it so much easier.
Yes.
Definitely. All right. Anybody else want to share?
Yes, me.
Yes.
I learned so much at the Scentsy World Tour. This was my second in person. I did learn about like that catch up with our customers. You know, we go one and then I stop. And one thing I did, and I thank Marie for pushing me, because I told her I do open house, no one shows up. She's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Well, what I did on Friday, I went to work, no students. I took my whiff box and I put it under everyone's noses. And I'll be closing my order tomorrow. We get paid. I sold 9 whiff boxes. I sold room sprays. I sold a warmer. I have someone else that asked me for my book. I send her what we have on clearance. And I'm excited about that. And I thank Marie for pushing me. I thank her every day for pushing me. And that's what inspired me. Everyone inspired me, how they said we reach out to our customers and we stop. So my goal was, you know what, let me go get it under their nose. I let them spray everything that we had in the whiff box. And I asked them, how did I sell it? You know, just to make sure, how did I do it? Was I talking fast? Was I slow? I don't know. How did I hear? Like, I had to do it Spanish and English, that I feel I said it better in Spanish than in English. But I sold 9 whiff box in one day to 9 teachers that I told them, I'm going to be coming back under your nose with more sense. And I thank her. I thank you. I thank everyone that was there. I got motivated, and my motivation is to register for Scentsy World Tour. And that's going to be my goal, to sell. And I told them, I'm trying to go to Scentsy World Tour. This is how much I need. I need your help. Without you, I can make it. And they're like, we'll help you. What's next? When do we pay? And I'm like, I'm going to close them on Friday. Payday. We all got paid today. So I'm like, I know it. I started messaging them. Hey, we got paid.
So
But thank you guys. 9 whip boxes in one day, knocking at every teacher's door.
I love it.
And And I was like, did I go to this teacher? And some said no. But the 9 that said yes, like that no, said how many no's? 100 no's. So that's what I remembered. So I got 9 yes, and the rest no. But I told I'm gonna come back with something else.
Good. I love it. This is the great thing about our business, right? People love smelling good. They love their space to smell good. And so the more they smell it, the better the experience they're going to have. And the more likely they are going to be to purchase the items and then keep coming back time and time again. So I hope that you either maybe learned something tonight, secondhand from World Tour, but also those of you that shared, I hope that you remember what you shared and that you're going to make some changes or some increase a little bit of productivity through what you learned at World Tour. And if you didn't share, if you shared in the comments, thank you so much. I saw a lot of amazing things around glimmers and just lots of awesome things in there as well. But what you invested to go to World Tour will not be, you won't benefit from it if you don't do something about it. So take what you learned, take what you wrote down, take that one idea that you got that you're like, oh, I'm going to ask everyone. Oh, I'm going to put stuff in under people's noses, whatever it is, do it. And that's how your business will increase and it will continue to grow. If you do nothing, there's a saying, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? Like, duh, it's going to stay the same. So make a conscious effort, write a post-it, put it where you see it, make an effort to accomplish whatever it is that you learned at World Tour and to be consistent at it. It's not a one-time, one and done thing. This is us continuing to get better and better over and over and over. So with that, happy February. We will see you back here in March on the 20th. Same time, same place on the 20th of March. So we will see you all here. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your month. And then
Lindsay, don't forget to take your picture.
Yes, picture. Thanks, Steph. I was closing out.
I know. I was like, stop, drop, and roll.
We got 50 people on the call tonight. There's probably maybe 55. So that's awesome. I'm so proud of you guys for showing up. All right, let's do one here. Ready? Oh, good. Everybody's turning their video on. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Connie has some balloons slide up. I love it. Okay, next page. Make sure your cameras are on if you want your picture taken. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will upload the video. It's so much funner to be live though, right? Everybody likes to be on live. Yes, that's what we're going with. So we will see you all next month. Thanks so much. Love you all.